One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Well, we're learning a lot, and especially with just the basic knowledge of what you would need for an entry-level job.
All the basic skills to be a medical assistant in a doctor's office or a clinic.
You're leaning on it, and that'll make a difference.
And then they also do on-the-job training, and they work in doctor's offices or clinics throughout Kern County. The kids are job ready, and many of them are employed before the end of the school year. They're promised a job, as well as they continue their education. We have many registered nurses out there and even physicians.
I'm thinking I want to be an anesthesiologist. So a lot of school, but it'll be worth it in the end.
A lot of more hands-on activity, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put everything together, like doors, cabinets. It's really fun, actually.
Yeah, well, It's really amazing to see their growth over the course of a year and how they can come in with no real skill at all and leave being able to actually produce furniture and cabinetry.
Houses need cabinets, businesses having a pool of resources or kids that have some knowledge in the industry would be real good.
Pull down on that. Let's slide these up. Watch fingers.
It's changed a lot. What I'm seeing here is what it's going towards. The CNC equipment, computers. I could actually build cabinets out of this shop. It's state of the art. It really is.
I am constantly looking for students that have been through these programs. It's always nice to have a person that has some experience. It's a lot easier to train. I think we're fortunate in Bakersfield that the Kern High School District has invested in a program like this. I would encourage other businesses to partner up with the Kern High School District like I've done here, because this really shows you what can be done if business comes together with the Kern High School District.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
We're in manufacturing engineering. We design parts, 3D parts, 2D parts, we create assemblies.
It's helping me get training in all of this stuff, like the computer programs that we have here, the machines that we have here. We learn a lot of math in here, mostly geometry and fractions, because I love math. That's why I'm in this class.
Mr. Lemmy, he's a great instructor.
So the problem is this piece itself.
He really goes hands-on with us. He helps us as much as we can. We've learned a lot from him.
Right now, we're supplying students that are skilled in the safety, basic operation of machine work, And then they also leave with some soft skills. They understand they have to be on time. They understand that they have to get up and talk to people. Most of them are walking out of here with a solid foundation in the entry level of a trade.
They can have a job anywhere they go because they have a basic understanding of what it's going to take to put products out that people are going to use.
Hopefully this is a good career for me. You know, end up doing something good, have a good life, and make some money.
In animal care, the students learn a variety of things, whether it's tools or terms. In the veterinary field, they learn about the skeletal systems, animal nutrition, the housing, how to properly care for them. They also have the opportunity in the spring to actually go work at a veterinary hospital or at an animal shelter or a grooming salon.
Animal restraint, weight and temperature, pulse, respiration, all of that I learned here.
They take a state certified test, and if they pass, they become a certified vet assistant right out of high school.
It's always hands-on, and so I think that's what really helps us is that we're not just getting it from a textbook, we're actually doing these things, and we're actually practicing these things that we'll be doing in our future careers.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit.
After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
Welcome to the city, Motor City, where it's summer sell-down. Drive away a GMC Sierra 4-door, only $29,990. Or save up to $10,000 off select Sierra HD models. Summer sell-down offers end September 3rd. We are professional grade, and we are California's largest volume GMC dealer, Motor City.
All right, Harvey, look at the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Move, Leroy.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Network. This is the Kern High School District's live exclusive coverage of high school sports here in Kern County. My name is Vance Palm. I am joined by my longtime partner, Kenny Calvin.
It's an honor.
And if you want to talk about longtime partners, nothing is a longer relationship in the media here than Kevin, Willie, and myself. We're going to sit back and listen to the North High School Marching Band perform the national anthem. Boy, that was nice. Sounded great. Woo! North High School Marching Band under the direction of Dr. Kevin Brady. Again, hi everybody. Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin, Kevin Willie, the Kern High Network. We are here tonight at North High School. The Stars.
And the Stars are out.
The Stars hosting the Highland Scotsmen. This is the game of the week here in Kern County. A ton of buzz. And also want to remind everybody that tonight, writing for the Kern High Network, scribe Stephen the Lynch Mob Lynch, and our photographer tonight, Mark Duffel. And he's down there standing very close to the dean of local sports, Greg Kerr. Greg's here at kickoff, so you know this is the game of the week. Let's bring in my partner, Kenny Calvin. Kenny, when it's front page in the newspaper and Greg Kerr is here for pregame, and this band is rolling, a great JV game right before it.
Fantastic.
Boy, what a buzz out here at North High tonight.
Beautiful scenery. This is my first time being able to come to the new field. You know, you got 2 4-on-1 teams playing lights out. We had a chance to see North High against Centennial the first game of the season. They brought some things to the table, just ran into a tough Centennial team. I'm excited to see what both guys have to bring to the table.
An early league showdown is what this has been billed, and it couldn't be more aptly noted because postseason implications rarely this prevalent in week 1 of league play. So this is it. Southeast Yosemite League, the Stars will kick off, and
the kicker,
well,
pump fake.
No, I don't. I think Norm Brown, head coach of the North High School Stars, is looking over here at the line judge, say, look, I didn't hear a whistle. Did you hear a whistle? Nobody heard a whistle. A flag was thrown, but I don't believe there was an actual official whistle blown by the white hat.
Yes.
So I think they're going to say, you know what? Both thumbs up. Let's do it again.
Well, we've had some tough run-ins for the Zebras.
No, they are going to say that basically what happened is the kicker started but then really didn't hear a whistle. Some of the other guys crossed over the line, and it was a clear infraction of offsides, but Coach Brown was looking over at the officials like, who blew the whistle? But now I think everyone will be listening very closely, Kenny. There it is, to the whistle. So 5-yard loss before the game starts. It's up. Good, strong boot. Oh, that's a nice one. And it's taken by Shabazz Mohammed. Mohammed looking for some room. And he is one big, tough, strong kid. He finally goes down. He is 6 foot 180. And the Highland Scotsmen in the all-white traveling gear, the green helmets, the North High School Stars all gray home gear. Can be a good one, Kenny.
North High is looking beautiful. You know, from a visual standpoint, we've seen what they can do from an offensive standpoint. They got 3 guys with over 200 yards rushing, maybe 4.
We called that home game at Centennial for the Golden Hawks when they hosted the Stars. First game of this season on the Kern High Network. Centennial got the better of them, but since then, a very Norm Brown thing, runs off 4 victories right in a row. I had a chance to talk to Coach Brown down on the goal line as they were getting warmed up. And Coach, he said, hey, Vance, I said, you're at it again, 0-1, and then string of victories. He said, man, this is going to be a great game tonight. I said, you're right. 2nd and about 8 on this first series for the Scotsmen.
Trips open set for the Scotsmen.
Quarterback is A.J. Cleveland. More on Cleveland as the game progresses. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Fires across the middle, and it's caught. Great pass out there to Salas. Salas down at the 50-yard line. And Nick Salas, we've called his name a bunch at Highland. Called him a ton last year. Great hands, great pass. 1st and 10 from exactly midfield.
Well, they go that trips open set, and they're running an up-tempo offense. One of my old buddies, Antoine Cleveland, is the son or the dad of the young Cleveland quarterback, and he said he can sling it. So right away, 1st and 10.
Ball's exactly at midfield. Just underway here at North High School. Great to have everybody here. Cleveland takes a look. Hands off to Salas. And we've seen him do a lot of that as well. He gets a gain of about 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Ball at the 40. They're going to say 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
And one thing about Highland, we know that they want to spread it around and pass it, but if North High is going to be in that 30-yard front, they're going to mix in a lot of run game with that RPO offense.
Cleveland, a junior, 5'9", 160 is what he's slated at. He's got Salas on his left hip. Sends a man in motion. Quick little pitch out here to the side. Salas cuts up. North High does a really nice job, but still a nice gain of 5 tough yards.
I like the angle that the running back took because it wasn't well blocked, but great job finding a crease by Nick Salas. 3rd and about 3, VP.
Salas now going to go out on the slot, trying to fix his uni. His towel sticking out. In the backfield is Joey Vidal. And Joey Vidal, a tough, low-to-the-ground running back. Salas in motion, and that's going to be encroachment on North High School. Great cadence change by Cleveland, and 5 yards the easy way. 1st and 10 now. Here come the Scotsmen there at the North High 37-yard line.
VP, that's something I've never saw before from a receiver in motion.
Yeah.
Because he actually faked like he got the handoff, but it's not an illegal move because he's still horizontal to the line. That was great coaching.
Now he goes back in the slot. Will he come in motion again? He does. And this time, I think it's going to be false start on the offense. I actually think it's going to be on Joey Vidal. Yeah, I think the running back, Vidal, left just a little too early.
And that's the one thing that can stall an up-tempo offense is penalties.
You're absolutely right.
1st and 15 for the Scotsman.
Just underway. First quarter action. You see Shabazz Muhammad. He's going way out to the right, and he switches places with 3 receivers down here to the left.
I like that matchup up top. No help.
Muhammad, the 6-footer. They go to him right away, right up top, and a little bit of contact there, not too much. So they go to him. They saw what we saw. Incomplete.
Yeah,
2nd and 15.
Great design because you bring the bulk of the trip set to the left hash, which gives you one-on-one advantage. Just a great job by the DB cutting them off.
Kenny said both teams 4-1. Head coach Mike Gutierrez of the Highland Scotsmen. Norm Brown, head coach for the North Stars. Been excited about calling this game tonight. Ball caught by Salas, but great defense by the North Stars. They gave him enough to catch it, but that's it.
And how about the effort of that offensive lineman getting out to push the pile a little bit?
Yeah.
That's some hustle right there by number 56, Ovi.
3rd and 7.
Pistol doubles formation, VP.
Yeah, and here's a big play for this North High defense right now. Definitely in punt territory, possibly. They hand off to the big fella in the middle, and he's going to get the first down and more. Whoa, look at Kyle Stewart. And Kyle Stewart, a 5'9", 220-pound linebacker, running back, tight end, plays everywhere. What a weapon.
What a load. I saw a load last week in Leowana Laulu, but that guy is not too far behind, I should say.
1st and 10, under 8 to go here in this first quarter. Cleveland, they stay on the ground with it. Oh, a huge gap out there for Vidal. Makes a move, touchdown, Highland Scott. So they found a big swath of real estate, cashed in on it. Touchdown Highland, 6-0 here. 7:46 to go in this first quarter.
Well, we heard about the arm of Cleveland, but like we said, with North High being in that, they went to a 40-odd front. You're going to have to put more guys in the box and challenge them to air it out.
That was a really impressive first drive for Highland.
Yeah, they take the power play off the left side, and this is just a great job blocking by the left tackle and left guard. He was untouched.
Pablo Robles on for the PAT. And that's perfect. 7-0. A quick lead For the Highland Scotsmen, welcome everybody. This is the Kern High Network live exclusive coverage of the Kern High School District's athletics. Tonight it is football, and we're at Highland High School. We're at North High School. Highland's here. Had some volleyball this week. Got some great football games so far. I'm Vance Palm with Kenny Calvin. Kevin Willie next to me. Kenny's a driller. I'm an Arvin Bear. Kevin's a West Viking. We are Kern High School District products.
Kern High All-Stars.
Well, good opening drive, Kenny.
Yeah, and right there, I watched the coach for the North Stars have a tough conversation. Coach Brown, of course, but had a tough conversation with Roosevelt Cummings, who's my wife's younger cousin. And what he's telling them is you have to play that inside out. They overran the play, and it allowed that back to just cut that right back up. You have to kind of slow play it and speed your feet and not just be flying to the ball. Cummings is their leading tackler. You know he wants to get after it, but you got to settle your feet and speed your feet amongst the contact.
All right, North High School going to have their first opportunity. Very returnable, taken at the 10-yard line. There was a gap there for a moment, but a big hit out there by Jalen Hutchins. Hutchins, I'm going to say, saved at least a 50 to 60-yarder. So here come the North High School Stars.
Hutchins, the son of Kalisha Hutchins, one of our local AKAs that does such a fantastic job in the community. 1st and 10 for the Stars, heading east.
They come in tight, pack it in tight. A quick pitch.
Whoa!
Oh! Alex Tejeda.
Wow. They go 27 sweep. And it looked like he was bottled up for a second, and then all of a sudden another gear, VP.
Well, hang on a second. Kenny, we always have to check these North jerseys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is Tejeda. These jerseys are hard to read out here. But here comes North immediately right at you. Here's Chase Higgins. And wow, boom.
Well, we learned in that first game of the year that North High is not scared to play big man football, and that's what they're coming out and doing. Nothing special. Tight wing T formation look, and they go inside power again for another close to 18 to 20 yards.
Quarterback is Titus Least, by the way. Thanks to our North High cameraman here helping me out with that. Wasn't quite sure. Least on the pitch. And this time it's Brian Dean.
Still on his feet.
Dean cuts back up with another first down. Hey, look out, everybody.
Well, I definitely remember Brian Dean putting on the show against Centennial as well. And that was the only time we saw them, so I'll reference that game a lot. But North High has a lot to bring to the table tonight. And I'm not surprised why they have 4 rushers over 200 yards.
Wow. Under 7 to go in this first quarter. Least comes over to talk to his head coach. Impressive.
Coach Brown knows how to bring the best out of these guys, and they're doing it right now to try to answer back. 6:36 remaining to play in the first quarter.
Hot, too. Coach Brown heated at this moment. Misdirection at its best in this very tightly packed offense. Tejeda took a chewing from his head coach, and he jogs back in. Maybe he'll have an opportunity to carry the rock right here and take it out on a Highland defender, but it is 2nd and 9.
Hey, I love a coach that's not afraid to chew a kid out, because that's what these young men need nowadays. You have to be challenged.
Quick pitch to Tejeda. Tejeda stretches it out. This time he's caught by Salas. Salas runs him out of bounds, but
great pursuit by the Scots. It's going to make 3rd and 6.
We've got a player down, Anthony Nguyen. He's down for the Stars. We will take a short timeout, kind of catch our breath, and get regrouped here. 5:45 in the first quarter on Kern High Network, 7-0 Highland.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern
All right, good. He's up. They're attending to him. Anthony Nguyen. We're back at it. 5:45 to go in this first quarter. It is 3rd and about 6. And after the injury timeout, a timeout taken by head coach Norm Brown, and he's having a one-on-one session with Kevin Cruz. Brian Dean. So that was
interesting
funky.
timeout.
That was funky. They had a good minute during the injury timeout, and then it looked like Brian Dean was getting some of the wrath of Norm Brown, and they called another timeout, and those two were out by themselves talking. Highly charged atmosphere. Both teams 4-1. Two very, very good coaches. Two programs that I'm not even going to say on the rise. They're here. They've been playing well for an extended amount of time now, about 4 or 5 years. Both these programs have really been doing it.
Very well.
You talked about this campus. This new gym was finalized 2 years ago, grand opening, the Lloyd Williams Gymnasium, and it pours out onto the football field, the ticket office, concession stands, just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, I'm proud of the North High community. You know, a lot of work and effort went into making this place be what it is. I know it's a lot of great staff members who make the campus a more unified, solid unit.
And I'll tell you what, great school spirit out here at North High. It really, really is. And at Highland, they're known for the Scotland Yard. So got two very proud high schools. You remember your Jack Frost days out here?
Oh, yeah. Coach McLeod.
Well, it's 4th and 2. And the North High School Stars want to answer back to that big start that Highland had. And we thought they would. They would tearing down this football field, and all of a sudden they've just been stalled.
VP, I got another memory for you after this quarterback sneak, which looks like it's successful.
First down.
I played my first tackle football game on the North High football field as a Compton Oiler in the 8th grade.
How tall were you?
I was about 5 foot nothing and 98 pounds.
Kevin, can you imagine Kenny back then? Look, let me tell you something right now. You want a piece of me? I don't care if you're 6'3". I'm Kenny Calvin.
Oh, I was 5 foot nothing. I used to have to wear extra pads in my pants to make weight.
Yeah, but I bet they couldn't catch him.
Yeah, well,
they couldn't catch me, Mr. Willie.
He wouldn't dry off after his pregame shower. He wanted to weigh as much as possible. Here comes the Stars again. Big, strong run. This time it's Alex Rubalcaba.
Oh, still moving, VP.
Look at this. No whistles yet. Man, it looks like a rugby scrum.
Yeah, and the officials are going to have to be careful allowing that pile to be moved horizontally that long. That's when a lot of injuries happen.
Yeah, but if you're those guys, you're thinking, hey, there's a degree of – there's a degree they're still going forward.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a part and parcel with that tight-knit run offense. They just keep coming. They keep coming. They keep the legs moving. It's a very interesting thing. You don't see it a lot anymore. You know, with this spread-out RPO offense, to see this old-school football really attractive to a lot of eyeballs.
Absolutely.
Touchdown, North High School.
You got to love the attitude of North High School. Nothing plain or nothing fantastic. You got Brian Dean, who's fantastic and an amazing athlete, but systematic football, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They started off with about 30. The second run was about 25. And then, tighten up a little bit, but great job with their philosophy of running the football.
Here's the PAT. And that looks good by Elijah Sanchez. And we are tied at 7. Again, everybody, welcome to the Kern High Network, live exclusive coverage of high school activities in the Kern High School District. Tonight it's athletics, it's football, North High hosting Highland High. This is one game that we're doing, myself, Kenny and Kevin. Steve Lynch is downstairs writing for the Kern High School District, and Mark Duffel is our photographer. Our other game, Foothill Out South, the Trojans being hosted by the Rebels. Johnny Soper, Rick Van Horn on the call, Julian Wilson on the camera. We'd like to thank Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, Motor City, and Bakersfield College. The trifecta of great partners to make sure that you're all able to enjoy this. We'll talk more about our Achieve magazine as the evening goes on. It's just a great, great start to the 2019-2020 season. Hard to imagine in a few months we'll be in the year 2020. How futuristic does that sound,
Oh, super futuristic.
Look at Greg Kerr rolling that VCU. I'm going to say hi to him right now. I'm going to say hi to him rolling that VCU.
And it's people like Greg Kerr who put the fire in us as young athletes to want to be successful. We would run home after school, practice, or whatever it was to catch hometown sports, hoping to see our name called by the great Greg Kerr. Love seeing that guy.
Deep into the end zone, taken at the end zone. And Shabazz Muhammad wrapped up at about the 25-yard line, thrown down by 2 or 3 North High School stars. Boy, you get the feeling that if he got loose and got to the outside, see you later.
Yeah, and they did a great job with the wedge, creating some space. Gets it out to about the 26-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 heading west.
We're tied at 7. Just under 4 minutes to go here in this first quarter.
Trips open set for Cleveland. Low snap.
Look out, he's on the run. Got rid of it. Salas makes a great catch, but boy, he took a big hit from behind. And I think he got the first down, but Cleveland was rushed and hit hard out there by Brian Dean, so Dean was coming.
Yes, he was. But how about the hands on that young man that caught the football? Salas is snatching stuff. He's catching it away from the body. Index fingers and thumbs together like the pros.
And Kenny, he roams that defensive backfield as well.
Uh-oh.
And he can do that as well. Salas with a gain of about 14 yards. First down for Nick Salas.
Nick Salas is looking very shifty.
One of our players of the game for Tony's Pizza last year.
Nice. I miss Tony's Pizza.
Don't we all?
I'm going to be thinking about pizza the rest of the night.
I know, right? I'll take a chili verde.
At halftime, you run on down there, fellas. I'll be here. 1st and 10. Hand off to Salas. Kevin, I'd like to thank you for the table placement here. I can look at the scoreboard, and one of the loud megaphone microphones is covering exactly which down it is. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that.
I set up for the camera.
Great tackle by Marquez on that inside run right there. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Pistol doubles formation for Cleveland.
Cleveland taking a long look over to the sidelines. 2:35 remains here in this first quarter. 7-7. Already shaping up to be everything we thought it would be. Let's not forget about Kyle Stewart, the big fella. He's back to block.
Great
Cleveland
protection.
Flushed out of the pocket, rolls to his right, has a man, finds him, and it's a great pass and it's a great catch. And it is Quentin Jackson. So the Q getting into the action here. Boy, Cleveland looks poised, huh?
Yes, he does. That looks like big-time football. You have protection. It breaks down. You move the pocket. Looking downfield, hoping to throw. Comeback route by the outside receiver. That's big-time football.
He's a junior. Imagine him next season.
It's in his blood. His dad was a stud, too.
And we're going to have a timeout called, and it's North High School. Norm Brown wants to talk to his defense right now. Timeout on the field, 7-7, 2:05 left in this first quarter. We will take a timeout with you and be back on the Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile. And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
All right. 1st and 10. Quarterback A.J. Cleveland from Highland's doing some damage. This time he gets flushed out of the pocket. Makes the nifty move. Will he get rid of it? Does he get rid of it? Can he get rid of it?
You got to throw that football away, young man.
He does, and I thought he was going to fling it over here just to not lose the yardage, but he hung on to it, and big loss. Great pursuit by the North High School Stars. Man, how about Captain Javier Ocampo, number 20? And he ran down Cleveland for a 6-yard loss, 2nd and 16.
Receivers, quarterbacks, once you're outside of the pocket, you definitely want to try to extend the play, but once you don't have it, you got to get rid of it. Once you're outside the numbers, you definitely throw it into the 5th row.
Well, Coach Brown's timeout obviously resonated. They're going to go on the ground. Oh, big contact up front. Man, just mano-a-mano. And Tyler Ward, the linebacker that basically took on Mike Gomez. So it was Gomez and Ward. And that was just like two bulls or two rams that just locked. Great play. I like that. 3rd and 12 now. Oh, it's a fun play right here. The big fella's running on for the North High School Stars. Dakota Stearman gets down just in time. This close defensive position right here, the tackle right in front of you.
Highland doing some check with me. Shotgun double set.
They're going to keep it on the ground. If he gets free, he might, and he may.
Goodness.
Oh, close. Great run there by Joey Vidal. But the North High School Stars are going to keep them to a 4th and 5. So tricky spot in the football field. They do bring in a tight end, Chris Gutierrez. Chris is 6'1", 190. He's tall. And Cleveland gets the call, and everybody lines up over here on the left side. If you're the North High School Star defense, you got to be careful for that hard count. Cleveland already got him once.
4th and 5. Be interesting to see what happens. Oh, we got a quick timeout. Oh, in the end of the quarter.
Oh, I wondered if they got it off. End of the quarter, 7-7. What a football game. It's been dubbed as one of the better ones of the season, and it's the first week in Southeast Yosemite. We'll stay here. I'm Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin. Nice first quarter. Both teams show some stuff offensively, but we've also seen some nice defensive plays, so it's one of those just kind of a good feel-out quarter. And now we'll see which coach wants to maybe start. Well, right now on 4th down, Highland's going to have to figure out what they're going to do here. But as they get into the second quarter here, I think both coaches feeling pretty confident right now.
Absolutely. And one thing I'll say about Highland, I didn't expect them to be that balanced coming out. Looking at their numbers, they're a pass-heavy football team.
Yeah.
We knew what North High was going to do, but I'm surprised to see the balance and the efficiency of the running game of Highland. Because if they can do that, that play action is going to be deadly down the line.
That's the voice of Kenny Calvin, one of the all-time greats here in Kern County, a BHS driller. And then he went on to a legend status, iconic Bakersfield College career. He is the host of the Renegade Report from our good partners at Bakersfield College. He and I have the great pleasure and honor to call Renegade Athletics. Tomorrow night we'll be on the road. Hey, it's a tough gig, Kevin. It's nice work if you can get it in Costa Mesa. We'll be chilling out. I was Google Earthing what part of the sand I'll be on tomorrow afternoon. So it's going to be a nice one tomorrow. We'll talk more about that in a minute.
Yeah, absolutely. Dream come true to do what we do. 4th and 5. Ooh. Trips open set for Highland.
They've got the ball. on the 27-yard line. Cleveland takes the snap, fires out here to the open spot. Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Wide open. Muhammad trying to get in the end zone. Easy touchdown. Puts the stiff arm up, and that was a great call. Touchdown, Highland. And I'll tell you what, there was a very large chunk of real estate for that very talented Shabazz Muhammad. And as he was getting close to being tackled, he stuck the left hand out, and that distance was touchdown time.
Well, one thing you always hear, the cliche statement is football is a game of inches. But football is also a game of angles. And the DB took a terrible angle right there. When you're dealing with a one-on-one threat like Muhammad, you have to make sure you take the appropriate angle and allow the rest of your pursuit to keep him from getting to the end zone. You take a bad angle, touchdown, Scots.
Robles knocks it through. We'll take our break now. It is 14-7. And, boy, we got a nice game shaping up here on the Kern High Network. Back right after this.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Score is 14-7. North High will take it at their 24-yard line.
The one drawback of being a power run football team is falling behind, because now you have to add different dimensions. Or do you? So we'll see what the mentality is for Coach Brown and the Stars.
Quick shout out to the great Brad Hull. Talk about icons, talk about legends.
Nice.
Oh, Brad, looking forward to some wrestling on the Kern High Network. Hello to you. All right, here we go. Pitch out to the right side. And this one's taken by Alex Tejeda. And he picks up at least 5 yards.
Great pursuit by the Highland Scots, though. You know, it's one of the things that we talked about. If you can't get there, take appropriate angles and somebody's coming, and that's exactly what happened. You know, our pursuit drill was one of our favorite defensive drills because it's just flying around, and Stewart did a great job.
Well, I thought he got more, but they're going to say only 2.
Oh, reverse.
Misdirection play. It is a reverse, and it's Dean, and Dean picks up the first down to the 36-yard line. I'm going to tell you, this offensive line for Norm Brown, you got to be one sharp cookie to be able to handle all this, and they're doing a great job.
Absolutely, and they're staying with their philosophy of football. Nothing exotic. Sweep left, sweep right, a little bit of reverse to counteract that pursuit. 1st and 10, North Stars.
Flag on the play.
Uh-oh.
And if it's on North, that's going to be unfortunate because a really nice run by Gavin Short. And we haven't had very many penalties. But it came from the far side of the field, the other side of the field, right as the play took off.
Let's see what Whitehead has. And the way he's looking at that offensive line, I'm hoping somebody didn't hold, but it may have been offsides as well. And they're going backwards, so let's see. Illegal.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and that's the risk that runs deep on that kind of an offense. But
absolutely. No, because they get to the line so quick. They have that old, I hate saying the name of the school, Clovis West style of offense where they're only 4 yards behind the ball. And they're to the line so quick, and they get the play snap quick. It's up to the receivers and the edge guys to be set.
1st and 15. Spreading everybody out now.
Oh, amazing block
huge
inside.
block, but just as good a tackle. That was a big-time block, but a nice tackle by Jalen Hutchins. But
and Cruz with the huge crackback block to give the running back the edge. Wow.
And the video production team from North High School next to us giving us replays.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, he marked that for halftime. Attaboy. I would too. That's a big play right there.
Hey, we're standing next to a man with skills. I saw him queuing that up. Amazing job, young man.
Block. But Kenny, as excited as you and I were, only a 3-yard gain. Now it's Dean. Dean tries to get to the outside, cuts back up, gets inside the original line of scrimmage.
It's getting a little chippy out there. You see it a little pushing and shoving.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and about 7. Important conversion for the North High Stars because you don't want to start going for it on the end of the field.
And kudos to this Highland defense.
Some great names in Highland defense history. One that I remind myself most is Terrence Petty, one of my favorite linebackers I ever played against, former Highland Scott.
3rd and 8. In motion is Ruvalcaba.
Oh!
Seitz wants to throw. Leitz.
Might be a little late mask.
Least thrown down, but maybe by the face mask.
Was it a 5 or a 15 will be the question. Looked incidental.
And the white hat having a quick word with Norm Brown. I think he's just wanted to say, hey, we saw it. We made the call. Have your quarterback. Doesn't need to say anything. I think Lease got up and had a few words to say, but the call was made. And I'd be surprised if this is only of the 5-yard variety because it was on a sack.
Yeah, and it was like he yanked it down real quick. It happened so quick. Yeah, and it was personal foul. VP, great eye. And that's a huge penalty.
That is the call so far of the first half.
Yeah, because it happened so quick. I barely saw it, but I did see his head jank down. And Least is tough. We've seen him in action. He's going to get up, but he's going to let you know if it was dirty. First and 10.
10 from the 46, Kenny. Now Least behind center again. Ruvalcaba in motion. This time they go right up.
Oh, my goodness.
What a hit. That ball popped 4 feet up in the air and took one of those football bounces right into the hands of a very, very happy Brandon Gathright.
Well, VP, in the name of my buddy Rasheed Wallace, ball don't lie.
Man, that ball got popped out and took one of those football bounces right into the hands of the Highland Scotsmen.
Wow.
And here they come.
Total unfortunate event.
After a 15-yard penalty, they come right at him, and it was going to be a great gain. It was going to be a gain of about 8 or 9 yards. Now they might go right to it, and they do. They go down the field, and it is caught by Mohammed, and he gets free.
And if my viewers could see me right before the snap,
I
gave VP that signal. We're going to the house because sudden change, you want to try to take the heart out of the team that just turned it over.
I'll vouch for you. You called it, bro.
And they went right after it. Mohammed is a special talent, leading the team in receiving yards, well over 400 after that catch.
What a pass.
Amazing pass by the young man Cleveland. Now I'm seeing what the dad is talking about. Yeah, because one of the things we teach from a coach's perspective, you got guys hanging their heads down as they get lined up for the PAT.
Some guys aren't ready to go out.
Some guys aren't ready to go out. Some guys are still looking in the stands because you just got a first down and you're happy, and all of a sudden you turn it over, and we're going after your throat. And that's exactly what Highland did. 21-7, 8:02 remaining to play in the second quarter.
A.J. Cleveland goes up top per Kenny Calvin's pre-snap call. Shabazz Muhammad never broke stride. The ball landed right in the breadbasket, and he was gone. And a missed tackle at the end. And all of a sudden, Kenny, this game's complexion has changed instantly. 15-yard penalty. North's 1st and 10 inside Highland territory. That play is a huge run up the middle, gain of about 7, and whoop, ball pops out.
Wow.
Bomb, and just like that, it's a 14-point swing if you consider the fact that the North High School's mentality was they were going in to score after that penalty.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that we talk about, the importance of sudden change. You're so excited that you got the first down, and you forget about ball security on your next play. Turnover, then a touchdown. We'll see what they come with now from the Stars' perspective. But real quick, VP, one thing that excites me about Muhammad is his yards after contact. Both of his touchdowns, and he's looking like our player of the game so far, he's getting guys off of him, stiff arms. He's so big you can't tackle him.
He's a big dude, and he's strong, and he's fast. All right, Dean takes one right down here. What a nice move. Dean right in front of us, and the kicker slows it down enough. Can he get outside?
Dean! Amazing block! Another amazing block! Wow! And Roosevelt Cummins, my little cousin, with an amazing block on the kickoff return. The spring his guy down to the 5-yard line. Brian D with a huge play.
Well, the first move he made here, the first step over here by the 15-yard line, tilted the whole field. They all went for the fake. And then hats off to Jalen Hudgens not quitting. He caught up to Dean at the 8-yard line, and that's a huge tackle.
Oh, huge tackle.
Because you just never know what's going to happen. But I'll tell you that, there was some guys laid out on that run back. What can North do? Can they get in quickly? They look to do it. Tejeda takes the first handoff, and he gets up to about the 5-yard line. So this is an action-packed football game. What a run. The kicker slowed him down enough, did his job, slowed him down enough, but then Dean put it in another gear, and we thought he was gone, and then the recipient of a decleater, but Hutchins
two in
caught
a row. 2 decleaters in a row within 6 yards of each other. Clean hits, too.
Pitch out here to the near side. Big, strong run up to about the 1-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and goal from real close. As
VP,
we see Dean come back in. Yes, sir.
If our viewers have never seen North High football, run the football, this is old school Frank Gifford style headless horseman stuff. Great job by that offensive line.
3rd and goal. North needs to get in. Another big block up front, and that's a touchdown. That is a touchdown, and I'll tell you what, Michael Hunter, that touchdown's for you. Number 33, the tight end, just ran over a DB. Michael Hunter, congratulations, number 33, North High School.
And how about the heart and determination of the young man, Cruz, getting in on that touchdown.
Kevin Cruz with the carry.
Wow.
He wears number 3. Michael Hunter wears 33. And when they watch that on film, they're going to say, what a block.
Well, that kickoff return as the PAT goes up.
It's good. We're back into a 7-point game, 21-14, 6:41 left here in this first half. Fun football here, Kenny.
VP, I got to be honest with you.
Be honest with me.
I'm always honest with you anyway.
Well,
But
my kids and I was imitating you last night in the kitchen, and they were laughing so hard. I gave them, I said, BP, I got to be honest with you. So when you said it to me, I had to lay it out. So be honest with me.
Hey, as a first-time, full-time broadcaster with the Kern High Network, I've been blown away by the level of talent in the spectacular gamesmanship of each contest every week.
No question.
Thank you very much, Stan Green, for allowing me to be part of the process.
Good to see Double V down there on the camera for the Kern High School District, for the Kern High Network. Joy Valencia down there is grabbing some footage. Good to see her down there. So we got a nice football game here. 6:41 remains in the first half. 21-14. Highland was up by 14 just a scant 3 minutes ago. But a big, big return by Brian Dean, and then 3 plays later, a crushing run. But Norm Brown still not pleased because he doesn't have all his players there in the kickoff team. Come on, guys.
How often do you see a 90-yard kickoff return that isn't a touchdown? Brian Dean made the amazing move at the 10 that you called, basically, because he had a wedge set up and takes it another 90 yards. If not for Hudgens, it would have been a touchdown return. Nonetheless, 21-14, amazing game.
All right. The Stars have 11 on there. This will be returnable. Salas takes it at the 16. And he gets up to the 35-yard line. So great field coverage by the North High Stars because they kept Salas behind the 40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he's so dangerous.
He's a weapon.
He's got so much room. He catches it at the 15-yard line. It's not bad. So 6.5 to go here in this first half.
These young student athletes don't know how lucky they are to be part of this Kern High Network broadcast and opportunity to see themselves shine like they're doing. Great job. Trip bunch set for Highland.
Okay. Cleveland looks, ton of time, throws, finds Muhammad. Muhammad, again, after the carry, this time gets about
still going
8 or 9 yards and then gets 3 more after they hit him. He's at midfield. That's a 15-yard gain, and 8 of them were after the catch.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what we talked about. His strength after the catch is phenomenal.
No huddle offense. And they get Gutierrez off the field in time. Quentin Jackson way out there on the left side. Muhammad down here on the right side. The running back is Vidal, and the quarterback is A.J. Cleveland.
30 even front for the North Stars. You usually see run from Highland when they go there, and that's what they do.
Nice job. Gain of about 1. Kenny called it perfectly. 3 up front from North, and Highland said, all right, let's see who's got what right here. And they found out. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Under 6 to go in this first half here on the Kern High Network.
I'm loving the effort out of Cummings because earlier Coach Brown chewed him a good one. And since then, he's been doing a great job being where he needs to be.
Vidal finds the seam and gets to the 37-yard line. First down.
Uh-oh, and I think Cummings may have got his shoulder.
Highland High School.
His shoulder rolled on that last tackle, and it didn't look good. I'm hoping Roosevelt gets up after this one.
Oh, we will take a timeout here for sure. 5:34 remains in this first half. We hope he's okay. We'll be back in a minute. North High leads 21-14 on the Kern High Network.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you. So what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
And looks like Michael Hunter shaking up a little bit. Gets off the field.
Is it 33 or 23?
We're back after the short time out there.
Yes, Roosevelt.
And it is Roosevelt Cummings. The public address announcer had said that it was Michael Hunter, but it is Roosevelt Cummings, and he is going way down to the trainer's area. And honestly, I think he might be going in the golf cart, Kenny.
Well, what they're going to do right now is they're going to take him away. They may remove the shoulder pads, test his range of motion, wrap him up because he's that tough, and he's going to be back out there. Know why? Because he got that 23 on his back.
A pass out to Salas. Salas wide open, and he tiptoes down to the 15-yard line. So Nick Salas continuing to do some damage to that North High defense.
And that's exactly – right now we're looking at the sideline to check on Cummings. He's the leading tackler for North High. But he's a tough kid. He'll be back out there. 1st and 10 for the Scots. Heading east.
4:47 left in this first half. Highland leads 21-14 over the North High School Stars. Here the host school. Super football game here. Hard count. And they're going to say it's the quarterback. I think it's going to be on the QB.
Yeah, they got him with a little Brett Favre.
Yeah, Cleveland a little too animated there. A little too animated.
Head bobbing.
A little too much.
1st and 15. They're right back at it. Trips left. Shotgun set for Cleveland. And another matchup on the outside.
Salas takes the handoff. Oh, look at the North High School Stars do a great job. And they wrap him up and goes nowhere. And the first young man to get in there, Alejandro Marquez, one of the captains. He read that like a book.
Yeah, great pursuit. There was multiple hats.
2nd and 16, so the false start and the loss of one. Cleveland's going to have to throw. He flips the ball around, fires one out here.
Oh,
and a big hit in the back, and it is incomplete. It's dropped by Gutierrez. Took a big hit right in the back, and the ball popped out. Boy, those hurt.
Yes, they do.
You just don't know
tomorrow.
it's coming.
You don't know it's coming. But that's the youth and inexperience of those wide receivers because you have to settle down when you're running crossing routes in zone coverage. Man coverage, you keep going. Zone coverage, you slow down and find the pocket.
And he's still in there, and he's feeling it. He's got his hand on his back. And here is a 3rd and 16. Cleveland throws across the middle, and it's caught
my goodness.
For a touchdown to who of all people, Chris Gutierrez. That's how you answer an injury to the back. You come back. And with 3 DBs back there, I'll tell you what, A.J. Cleveland is just dialing them up.
You know what that looked like? That looked like a Robin Hood arrow from about 40 yards. Even though it was a 20-yard pass, it was just an arrow between 3 people. Darts.
Kern County, if you don't know the name yet, you better get used to it. A.J. Cleveland, the realest of deals.
Well, I told his dad, if he had a good game, I had a little surprise for him afterward, and it looked like he heard about it.
The low snap gathered up and put down very nicely. 4:04 left in this first half. 28-14, 14-point lead for the Highland Scotsmen, so they just keep coming back at you. And if there are some challenges and some opportunities for growth for this North High School team, it's going to be on the defensive side of the ball right now. Some of these long passes, boy, that was, there are 3 guys back there in that defensive backfield. And, yes, great toss by Cleveland, but you'd have thought a hand was going to be somewhere in that traffic.
Well, what that is an example of, VP, is a great call by the defensive coordinator. You called the defense to put your players in a position to make the play. However, athletes make the bigger play. And on that instance, Cleveland was the better athlete than the defender.
And you gotta give it up for Chris Gutierrez. The play before that took a pass and took one right in the back, dropped it to make it a third down. He was holding his back as the play was being called for the next one. He was kind of feeling his shoulder pads and his back, and they go,
old man style.
And he goes out and makes the touchdown grab. Way to go. All right, kickoff taken again by the 15-yard line. Dean. This time he's brought down to the 50-yard line. Oh, my gosh, Brian
goodness.
Dean.
I will probably not kick it to this kid anymore.
I mean, just like that, they're at midfield.
That's the thing about this North High team, and we saw it against Centennial. Even though they lost that football game, they competed at a high level. It was back and forth, and they had a ton of opportunities.
You're right. I think back to that game, week 0 or week 1, whatever, and there were some opportunities missed. Under 4 to go, first half. North High School trails by 2 TDs. It's 28-14. They want to throw. He's got a man open. He fires one up. This time it drops down, and it's picked off by Mohammed.
Underthrown.
Mohammed looking for space. He's going to go back the other way. Mohammed cuts right up the middle of the field. Now he's surveying. He's at the 40. Mohammed at the 30, the 20. Mohammed, he cuts back again. And ladies and gentlemen, how about this? Shabazz Mohammed.
We got a flag.
Flag way back at the 47-yard line.
Wow.
But that does not diminish the skillful filleting of that football field by Mohammed. And if the penalty calls it back, that will be only 2 touchdowns for him. But that was a man amongst boys out there for a second.
VP, I remember when I was coaching at the collegiate level, I would get out there with some of the younger freshmen. I still had some gas in the tank, and I would be scout. That looked like he was out there with the scout team.
Finding spots to go to, and this will get called back. And it's a holding call, and if you're the Highland Scotsman, you're thinking, why?
How?
Why? Or why? The guy had it.
3:35 remaining to play, VP, 28-14. North Stars got bailed out big time with that. Hopefully they can bow up. I don't see Roosevelt Cummings on the training table anymore, so I'll check and see if he was able to make it back in.
He's right down below us.
And there he is, itching to get back in. And one of the stories I'll tell you after we get a break about that kid.
Well, at least had a man open early. There was a North High School star open early, but by the time he had got his feet ready and let go of it, waffled a little bit, and Muhammad said, thank you very much.
You hit the nail on the head, because that's one of those balls you got to get it out early enough to allow the receiver to run up under it.
Cleveland drops back, fires quickly. It's caught out there. Dean trying to make a tackle, and what a great run out there by Jalen Hudgens. We know how fast he is.
So getting back to Roosevelt Cummings, who's the leading tackler for North High, with the Scots needing a 2nd and 6. He sent me a message earlier asking if I was doing this game. And I said, yeah, I'm excited to see you. He was like, all right, I'll see you after the game. I said, hopefully if you're getting the player of the game, we'll take that picture.
The big fella. Misdirection play, Kyle Stewart.
And as they go power with Stewart, I said that about Roosevelt to say this. He's playing with passion, but ultimately he has a lot to play for because he knows I'm up here with the binoculars, and I'm hoping to see him get back out there. Nonetheless, 3rd and about 5 for AJ, and he's putting on a show.
Cleveland. They stay on the ground, and he is.
Wow.
Vidal is hit by 3 North High School stars, and a forward comes in, and the forward progress was stopped 1 line behind the line of scrimmage, but it looked a lot worse. They lost a yard, but they hit him and started driving him back, and Kenny Calvin and I in dead unison.
Well, hey, VP, it goes back to giving that credit to that defensive coordinator for North High because he's calling a great game plan.
First punt of the evening with 1:53 to go in the first half. First punt of the evening.
Heck of a football
and
game.
Robles is also the punter. Let's see what he's got. Puts it up, not
nice
a bad one. Dean's going to let this bounce, we think. And it takes a North High School bounce. Oh, flag over here. These guys are getting after it and fighting over here. Uh-oh.
We'll see what it is. Vidal not walking away.
Joey Vidal and Javier Ocampo.
Oh, and I hope no one is being ejected
Did
here.
he throw some guys out?
I hope not.
Ocampo's a senior captain.
Well, we were watching the ball action, and we missed the real action.
Did he eject some guys?
Well, I saw a quick, I don't know if he was saying, you better get out of here, young man, or if he was saying, you're out of here.
I don't know if it's – did he say you better get out of this argument or you're out of here? His helmet, I believe, is coming off, and he's got to leave. Oh, boy.
Personal foul against the Stars. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh, and the ejection for the Highland Scots. Wow.
But Ocampo, I believe, is out too. He raised two fingers. He raised two fingers saying both players ejected.
Wow, that is huge.
Ocampo and Vidal, two incredibly integral players and parts of this North High machine and Highland Scots offense and defense.
Well, I may have to ask my buddy to give me a rewind during halftime and see exactly what happened.
So you had mentioned a few minutes ago that it was getting chippy. I didn't really think it was getting that chippy, but all of a sudden you got somebody like Javier Ocampo, a senior fullback and linebacker, and Joey Vidal, linebacker, running back. Both of these players have had great games already, and they're a huge part of these football programs. And I'm going to say something, I'll be careful when I say it. Many times we call football games and we see those kind of skirmishes. It's rarely between superstars.
Yes, it is.
Those special team guys that are
rarely
heckling and jeckling and making noise and talking a little junk because they're not on the field all that much. And it's like kickoff and kickoff return goes, I'll see you next time. I'll get you. Rarely do you see two-way superstars both ejected.
And that's a sad occurrence in your first league game. But I'll tell you this, they're lucky it happened with 1:34 remaining in this first half as opposed to the second half, because then it affects your next game. Also, only one player was ejected.
Well, we'll see. I don't think we'll see Vidal back out there, but you never know. First and 10. At least getting everybody back in there tight. Wants to throw.
Nice.
Beautiful pass out there, and it's a great play by Clayton. And Andrew Clayton gets it up to the 32-yard line. This superb play call.
The subtle nuances of the North High offense. They start in spread, empty black set, go back to a tight wing set, and then go play action pass to the flat route. Amazing design.
It's great.
So there's some big-time coaching going on down there. You guys wonder why these head coaching jobs in the Kern High District are so hard to come by? Come watch these two personnel.
First and 10, 1:27 remains here in the first half. Flag called by the official right in the middle of the football field. And they're calling it on the center. They're saying that the center herky-jerkied, tried to get him to move, and they got him. .125 left in this first half. Can the North High School Stars get in? First and 15 from the Highland 43-yard line.
They go empty again. Quick hitch.
Lee looks out to the far side, and he gets it out to Marquez.
And this is their version of the hurry-up offense. Yes, we know they usually don't spread it out, but Lease is definitely a capable thrower. with the capable arm. And it'll be 2nd and 7 with 1:19 remaining to play in the first half.
Lease packs him in tight.
Oh.
It's Dean making a nice move. Maybe a gain of a yard, but more importantly, he stayed in bounds, couldn't get out of bounds. And
that was a train wreck in the backfield. Looked like the dive back fell when he's important in the process of drawing that linebacker so that play can be successful. Nonetheless, 3rd and 6 for the Stars.
Under a minute to go here. Time of the essence. Least in the shotgun. Has everybody spread out? Will anyone be in motion? Here comes Highland. They come after him. Least drops back. Fires one to the back corner.
Got him.
Has a man open. And it's a touchdown. What a pass.
Just talked about Least being a capable passer.
And I'll tell you what, Gavin Short just, my apologies, Alex Ruvalcaba. It's Ruvalcaba. We have to apologize more than once because these jerseys are so difficult to read, but it's Alex Ruvalcaba. And Highland brought the kitchen sink at him, and He hung in there and made the toss, took a shot at the end of it right in the rib cage, and now Least over there with the training staff took a big hit, but got the pass off for a touchdown. And what a first half of football. The PAT is up, and it is good. A big boot by Sanchez.
We just talked about his capabilities as a passer. Yes, they run the football umpteen times a game and stay in that tight wing set, but he has the capabilities of throwing the football down the field. Now it's a 40-yard strike.
And it looks like he's holding his left arm in, and he had to have the trainer take the helmet off for him, Kenny.
Oh, my goodness. I admire him and his confidence to stay in that pocket because he saw them bearing down on him, as you said it, and he didn't waver. He stayed in the pocket and let it fly. That was a beautiful pass.
Well, Brandon Gathright, number 54 for the Highland Scotsmen, initiated the full truckload blitz. And that's who was coming at him, but he let it go, and it is a fantastic touchdown pass to Alex Ruvalcaba. And when this score gets echoed over the PA announcers' voices around the county, and they say at halftime, 28-21, Highland leads North, you're going to have all that, ooh. and
I love that sound at a game.
But look, with Mohammed back there and Salas back there, that might not be the final score of the half.
And I was thinking about you may want to get tricky.
Play some, look, well, this is going to go out of bounds, so.
That might be the best idea. Oh, and it's still chippy. Guys are getting physical out there, and I like it.
So do I, bro. So do I.
Keep it clean, though. Keep it clean, though, guys. You don't want to do anything to put your teammates and your team in a bad position. Play well within the whistle. It's a whole lot of stuff going on after the whistle. Got to clean it up a little bit.
You've worked hard to earn the jersey and earn the spot and have the pads and the helmet. Go out and hit somebody.
Absolutely.
But, don't get flagged.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Highland wants another shot at this. Now Salas and Mohammed move up to about the 25 or right around there. So that poor kick, boy, you'd hate to think with 38 seconds left in the half that it's going to come back to haunt him, but it sure could.
Well, it looks like Lease is okay. He's flexing that hand on the sideline. If I was him, I would probably go and head to the locker room with this 38 seconds, but you never know.
All right, re-kick now. Need to keep this away from there. You go. And
now they got offsides.
Offsides on the North High School Stars. So now all of a sudden.
And they're back to working on that hand as well. I thought he was out of the dark.
Now all of a sudden you've got them backed up to the 30 now. And no time's gone off the clock.
And A.J. Cleveland is like, yes, I can throw it from here.
Exactly. I was thinking we were going to roll into the half, and that was it. But 38 I mean, 28-21 may not be the final score because you've just seen their mentality. They want to keep it low.
Yeah.
Keep it out of the hands of Salas or Muhammad.
Yeah, but now you don't want to squib it because if you squib it too short, you're giving it to him at the 50-yard line.
10 yards marked off and no time marked off the clock.
And Roosevelt Cummings is back on the field. Great to see that.
Good kick. Good one. Perfect.
Nice one.
Muhammad bobbles it for a second.
Uh-oh.
And he gets shoved out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. So great field possession with 30 seconds to go here in the first half. And Michael Gutierrez, I highly doubt we're going to see him take a knee from this head coach.
You're definitely not going to see a knee taken at midfield.
No way.
In a one-possession game. Nonetheless, 1st and 10 for the Scots in Cleveland. And they still have 3 timeouts, so they can sprinkle in a little bit of run, screen. Their playbook is still wide open. Empty set for Cleveland.
Everybody down here on the right side, bottom of your screen. He gets flushed out of the pocket for a second. Stands, throws, caught by Salas at the 37, 38-yard line.
I said it time and time again. How about the hands on number 11?
Flag at the end of the play. So now the far side judge getting pretty yellow over there. He's called 3 penalties in a row here.
You know, and that works both ways. You've had some unsportsmanlike, and it looks like another dead ball penalty.
And now Coach Brown is all over the white hat right now. Not pleased at all. And he is giving it to the head official. Now all of a sudden it is 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Cleveland fires one to the corner, throws it out, and it is just over the outstretched hands of Gutierrez, incomplete. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 with 14 seconds left. And the ball is at the 24-yard line. Kenny, at kickoff, on this last kickoff, thought we were going to stroll into the locker room.
Yeah,
all of a sudden
I was thinking about what I was going to eat.
So was I.
Empty set for Cleveland.
North High not coming at him, dropping way back. And it is pitched and it is caught out there by
first down.
Q Jackson.
Oh,
I mean, they didn't even rush. Didn't even rush quarterback.
Yeah, and that's not what you want to do when you have a kid with that much of an arm. The velocity on his footballs, even on that out route right there, that's a long throw from the right hash to the left.
Coach Gutierrez has 3 timeouts, but there's really only 7 seconds left. So everybody's down here on the right side of your screen, a heavy right side of the line of scrimmage. 7 seconds, though. Cleveland looks to the other side, and it's broken up.
Oh, amazing play by the DB.
Sure was. Muhammad was the target, and with 2 seconds left.
And they're going to kick it. That's a smart decision.
But if you're the North High School Stars coaching staff, fans, and players, to think with 38 seconds they're going to get a chip shot for 3 points, it's disappointing.
Absolutely.
So I say chip shot. It's a 30-yarder for Pablo Robles, but we've seen his PATs almost go into the gym. And looks like Coach Brown's going to call his last time. Oh, no. Yeah, he will. Yeah. He'll call his last time out. So with 2 seconds left, somewhat of a halftime ice.
4th and about 2. You wouldn't change your mind if you're the Scots because you definitely want to try to extend this one-possession lead. But how about this first half from both teams?
Well, what North High's going to do right now, if I can kind of detect what they're doing, they're going to bring Cole Mangum on, number 77, 6'2", 275-pound captain. They're going to bring him in on that defensive front. And they may be going for, well, now he's pulled him back out. They pulled him back out. I thought they may be trying to really trying to just collapse that offensive line and go for the block.
On another note, VP, these cheerleaders for North High are rocking the house. They've had a great time. They got the crowd going crazy.
Here we go. 30-yarder for Robles. The snap, the hold, it's up, and it is good. So they get away with 3 points in 38 seconds, and that ends the first half. What a first half. 10-point lead, 31-21. Highland leads North High School here on the Kern High School District's Kern High Network. We're going to take a break, Kenny and I, but Kevin Willie will bring you the North High School Marching Band and Color Guard back in the third quarter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile. And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome to the field your North High School Star Alliance and Color Guard. Sit back and relax and enjoy this evening's performance. Our theme is called Toxic. Featuring performances tonight of the theme from Rick and Morty and Toxic from Britney Spears. Drum majors Joseph Jaquette and Marshall Feliciano. Is your band ready? You may infect the field for halftime.
This is where we're going to train the kids to actually get jobs in the industry. We're going to give them the basic tools that they need, also the skills that they need to understand where they fit into the industry.
All the animated things, because we have everything that we need in the scenes.
They are learning the principles of animation, Photoshop. They're learning how to animate in 2D and 3D. And when you swap to that shape, then you're just going to drag these over here.
The storyboard aspect of creating basically the skeleton of the story, and then just sort of directing people on my vision of what I want in the story. And it's also giving me the advantage of Mr. Pollard, since he's worked at so many companies, being able to put it in my resume and be like, this is the art direction I've received.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
you got a chance to get some goodies over there, don't forget to visit the North High goodie store over there. Get you some North High sweatshirts and join the North High Athletic Booster Club. I believe they're still down there by the flagpole. The Alliance Band is still selling tacos in a cup, I think. Alrighty, everybody, your 15-minute halftime and 3-minute warm-up period has been used now. And here come your North High Stars, ready for the second half kickoff.
Welcome back, everybody. Kern High School's live exclusive coverage of activities. And tonight it's athletics, and it's halftime that's coming to an end, 31-21. And look at this. Highland High School
with the delay of game,
had been on the field waiting for North for a good 5 minutes. Their kickoff team was lined up, ready to kick. And North High School was still in the locker room, literally still in the locker room, and we came walking down the side of the gym. So now they've been charged with a delay of game after the end of the first half. At the end of the first half, they were charged with 2 poor kicks. Well, bad kick and an offside, so some really sketchy stuff going on.
Nice tackle.
The return by Alex Rubalcaba, but you get an out-of-bounds kick at the end of the first half and move it back 5 yards. Then they have an offsides call, move it back another 5 yards. A field goal gets kicked with 2 seconds left to make it a 10-point game, and then they stay in the locker room. Hey, I went down and talked to Greg Kerr for 20 minutes, and they weren't out there yet. And then I walked all the way up here, climbed up through the hatch, only to realize neither you nor Kevin got any food. Then they're still coming out of the locker room. 1st and 10, North High School.
And you got to love that left side of that North Stars offensive line because they've gotten everything they've wanted tonight.
Yeah, and Least makes the pitch and then turns around and starts leading the block. You'll love that when your QB pitches and then turns around and leads the block. I love that.
Got to love it. Least is one of the toughest players I've ever seen. You know, but this offensive line, and I'm going to get some names out of those guys. sooner than later, is doing a fantastic job trying to keep them in this football game. 1st and 10 for the Stars heading west.
Ruval Kaba, the quarterback.
Woo.
Tejeda to the 49-yard line inside Highland territory. So least we see, I called that wrong. He's coming out on the cart. That was Ruval Kaba.
So that
on the
hand
first
was
play.
really an issue, VP.
Well, he's getting driven out on the cart. They're going to do some work on the hand, so that wasn't even least on that play. My eyes doth deceive me again.
I want to give a shout out to Big Madrano, that left tackle, and that keep running behind him, because why not? If you're going to get 9 yards every time you go through that 27 hole.
Woo. Dean again with an 8-yard carry.
Mr. Harris as well as the left tackle, number 71.
I was talking to Greg Kerr, as I mentioned, and there are some really close games all over the county right now, and he's got cameramen that he's trying to shuffle around. He goes, Vance, they can't lead. Every game's tight. Every game is tight tonight.
Oh!
Dean, couple of big hits, and just rolls off them, another first down. So here come this offensive line for the North High School Stars. 75, Anthony Madrano. 77, Cole Mangum. 71, Gary Harris.
Putting in some work down there in the trenches, guys.
These young men have come out of this locker room late but ready.
I've heard of 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but they're doing 11 in a cloud of dust.
Strong right side for Ruval Kaba. Dean takes the pitch. Big hit from the Scotsman, but a 3 or 4 yard gain for Highland.
And that's the pursuit that we talked about earlier, because Dean is going to make the first person miss every time. You got to have 11 hats flying to the football if you're Highland Scots. 2nd and 7 for the Stars.
Well, Alex Ruval Kaba's done a great job in this first series of the second half. Goes in and takes over for Least, and he's been nothing short of spectacular running this offense already.
Yeah, and they look like they're taping Least's fingers together. He may have a broken finger. The Scots looking like they got on top of it, and they did.
Devastating for North High.
One of the toughest things about having your backup quarterback in, as we see Lee still getting that hand attended to, pitch relation, snaps, mesh points, from the RPO perspective, all of that stuff is so important. And right there, you just have a pitch that just looked too hot.
Oof, yeah. A little too high, a little too hot. And, man, they were rolling. They were rolling.
Oh, so that's a heartbreaker.
Here comes A.J. Cleveland and the Scotsman. Salas in motion. They give it to Salas around the left side. And here comes Salas.
Boy, and I see a flag that was thrown about 10 yards deep.
Two of them back there.
But I'll tell you, watching Salas run, he reminds me of a young Fabella from Foothill, just quick and shifty. Or Ishmael Arenaviz, those just shifty runners from the Northeast. Those are some classic Northeast tailback names. And Salas is right up there with that list.
Well, they moved it back on a hold. So we're just underway here in the third quarter. It's 31-21. Salas again right in front of Cleveland. Hard count, and the defensive end jumped this time. So
AJ doing a better job with his voice and not his head. Gets that 5 yards back, or 5 of that 10 back. It's going to be a trips open set for Cleveland and the Scots.
Cleveland now. They keep it right on the ground. And a new running back, and he picks up the first down. Here's Dominic Roundtree. Hey, welcome to the game, Dominic.
Wow, and I talked about the surprise of their balance. I didn't expect them to be this balanced. When you look at the running numbers for the Highland Scots, you don't see it. It's just a great philosophy to come out and do what you know you can do against a team that you haven't seen.
Under 9 to go.
30-odd front for the North Stars.
Inside North territory. Cleveland pump fakes, wants to go long, throws it across the middle. Should be intercepted.
And it's picked off.
And it is picked off. North High School finally now getting to, live on the turnovers. Big hit at the 45-yard line, but that is an interception.
And right there what we have, VP, you have Cleveland thinking that he was going to look that safety off with that pump, and he just went back without even realizing that. You never moved the safety.
Walt Trayvon Lenoir.
Nice name.
Man, he's in the all Kern High Network name club so far. And by the way, it was a couple of quick numbers we do want to give you. Cleveland did throw a pick right now, but in the first half he was 12 for 16 for 220 yards, 3 TDs. Shabazz Muhammad, 3 catches, 98 yards, 2 TDs. But now, a drop pass should have been caught out there by Tejada. Flag.
Illegal shift, illegal motion. But fortunate event for the Stars. You get the turnover back. 10-point game, 8:31 to play in the third quarter.
Right. You're very right.
And we see Lease actually up with his teammates, being consoled by his guys. And that hand has to be killing him. He has the thumb wrapped up, but when you're a right-handed quarterback, anybody touching that thing is going to drive it crazy. Speaking of quarterbacks with thumb issues, you got Drew Brees. He's out.
Big Ben,
he's out.
8.5 to go here in this third quarter. 10-point ball game, 31-21. It's 1st and 15 for the Stars. In motion. Big tackle at the 40-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Roundtree's starting to make himself known. He's got a big carry, now a big tackle. The sophomore starting to say, hey, I'm here to play.
Man, amazing job not falling for the foo-foo, as I call it. You got all this action going away from you. Disciplined players, when you got something going away from you, something's coming back.
We're going to dip below the 8-minute mark here in the third quarter right now. Rubalcaba, the quarterback, spreading things out. 4-man rush. Takes a look, fires one down. It's underthrown. Battle for it, and a nice play out there by Lenoir. Lenoir had to turn into a defender very quickly.
But also, we talked about the amazing playmaking ability of Muhammad on the offensive end. He's playing very well on the corner right now as well.
We will have the Kern High Network player of the game. See if Kenny can rush down and get that handed out to somebody tonight, but this game is far from over.
Absolutely. And we're seeing a little bit of a different style with Ruvalcaba at the quarterback shotgun.
4-man rush for the Scots. Ruvalcaba flushed out of the pocket. We know he can run, cuts up field, gets a nice gain actually, but he's so far behind on a 3rd and 15 that it's going to be 4th and 12. And I think we're going to see the first punt of the night for North High School.
Yeah, and it's very frustrating for North High because they've done a great job moving the football all game, but you lose your starting quarterback in Least. And it just puts you in a tough situation because now you have to change your whole offensive game plan with a different guy.
Ruvalcaba hit hard on that play. He got up a little shaky. Highland rushes on their 11th man. A high, booming punt, and it is
I thought it was.
It's off of the medical cart. Double V down there for the Kern High Network. Better get out of the way. Watch out, Double. And we have Highland Scotsman down.
Yeah, he got rolled up.
And his helmet's off, and that's Mike Gomez.
Well, the one thing that you can't do when the punt is flying in the air is just get reckless. You got to continue to keep your head on a swivel.
We will take a break here, Kenny. Hopefully he's going to be okay. To your point, he took a big shot. 31-21, 6:51 to go in the third quarter. Back right after this on the Kern High Network.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Welcome back to North High football as they host Highland. A.J. Cleveland in the shotgun, and they go RPO dive.
Roundtree
Huge
again.
run for Roundtree, and he's making a name for himself like you said. 11-yard gain on the inside dive RPO play.
Roundtree listed at 5'9", 160, a sophomore.
Those cheerleaders have done a fantastic job as the PA announcer gives them their just due. Trips open set for Cleveland.
A pass to Gutierrez, midfield, got inside the Stars territory, and they're going to say second and 7 maybe, the 49-yard line.
VP, I'll tell you where I'm impressed with A.J. Cleveland. He's making throws into zone coverage, and he's not overthrowing or underthrowing guys. He's putting it exactly where it needs to go.
And Kenny also takes what he gets.
Yes. They're not respecting him on that RPO keeper, though. So it'll be interesting to see what the offensive coordinators dial up from upstairs, because the last few times they've given it on that dive, nobody is keeping the quarterback accountable. 3rd and 4.
Kyle Stewart is in, the big fella, the 5'10", 220 running back, wears number 35 on a 3rd and 4. They throw over here to the near side. It is out to Muhammad.
Oh, my goodness.
He breaks one tackle. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And another
touchdown.
One. Do they give it to him, or is he? They do.
Touchdown.
Another touchdown. This one, a 46-yarder to add to all the other damage he's done.
In yards after the catch. Yak. And I'm not talking about the brown stuff that people put in their glasses. I'm talking about yards after carry or contact. And this kid is amazing, VP.
Rough numbers now. Rough numbers. 4 catches, 144 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
And you might say, yeah, but, Cleveland's the guy throwing it. Cleveland just threw him an out, and he did all the rest.
And that's a simple toss and catch, but it goes back to what we talked about angles.
And just get off me.
Yes, but if you take the appropriate angle, you're able to put your head across the bow and at least try to run him out of bounds. But he's just doing a great job being physical. He's a big kid, 6'1". Was he about 180?
170, they say. I think he's more than that.
I think he's more than that.
They might have done these stats in August, these numbers in August, but it's 38-21. It's stretched into a 17-point lead now, total of 59 points scored in 2.5 quarters.
VP, I got to tell you, as a former defensive back player and coach, I'm starting to feel sorry for this left corner over here dealing with number 9 because he's getting exposed.
Coach Brown still teaching, always teaching, and it's 38-21 right now.
Woo. Highland is for real. And like you said, it wasn't a difficult route or difficult catch. He threw that out route from the left hash to the numbers. That's about a 40-yard throw. It was caught in 5-yard range, and that's just excellent effort after the catch by Muhammad.
What can North High do? They try to kick it away from him, and that goes out of bounds. So North High School, they probably want another shot at it too.
Well, hey, I'd probably do that for the rest of the game if I was Highland, because Brian Dean is a player that can put it up in the flash. You don't want to just keep kicking it to that kid. So if you're North High, I will continue to challenge them to keep kicking it as well.
And Coach Brown has Rubalcaba down there taking snaps and making throws, They want to go to the air. They're down 17 now, Kenny, so when they get this re-kicked and get their field position set up, you might see something going up in the air.
Yeah, and I feel so sorry for Titus Lease because he's so much of their offense on the ground, in the air. I've been an injured player on the sideline. Nothing feels worse.
Taken at the 25.
Ooh, nice move. Still on his feet across midfield to the 44-yard line.
Gavin Short.
Gavin Short. Staying on his feet, keeping him chopping.
Well, in that offense that they have, they're so used to contact. They're just so used to being, I know it's
pinballed around,
right,
huh?
It sounds like a dumb comment, but they're just so used to, it's not some spread out deal where you may or may not get hit. Every snap, there are bodies all around these guys. So they're so used to just churning and burning and keeping them going.
Churning and burning. You're so used to contact. They go toss sweep again, VP.
Here's Dean. Another flag.
And if I could pinpoint one thing that's held them back tonight, it's that laundry on the other side, because just like you said, that line judge has been busy.
We got a North High School start down.
Oh,
looks
no.
Like he might be cramping up.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just a little bit of cramps.
Oh, that's Dean.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of cramps.
As Brian Dean is down. Trying to get him.
And one thing about cramps in cool weather, players start to think that they're hydrated because it's cool.
You're right.
And you're not getting enough fluids throughout the day because the weather's getting better. You still have to stay hydrated, young guys. Even though the weather's cooling down, you have to increase the water intake on game day. And it starts in the morning, not after school.
Dean is down. Want to take this moment to thank our good friends at Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Thank you so much for all that you do for our students here in Kern County. And for us that cover the athletic events, we're so very thankful to the Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. What a great relationship. You've been with us since day one. Motor City, love you guys. Love Motor City. Just what a great family, great entity, from the management to the sales to the service to the rentals to every aspect of Motor City. Thank you so much. To the Kern High Network, our own network, the Kern High School District.
Wow.
Our Director Stan Green at School Support Services, and your whole crew and your whole team. We wouldn't be here without you. And how about our partnership with the institution on Panorama and University, Bakersfield College. Kenny and I hold it dear and near to our hearts. So
absolutely.
Bakersfield College, thank you. And Dean is coming off very, very slowly, but he wants to walk off, and he's with his head coach, Norm Brown, as they go.
Yeah, those cramps are tough. If you've never caught a cramp on a bus ride home after a game, oh, my goodness. Worst feeling ever. But what I was tapping VP as he was giving our sponsorship shout-outs, because I just saw the mom of one of the greatest Kern High football players of all time, Alfonso Jackson's mom, just rolled by. She works for the Kern High School District Security.
I called a lot of his games.
Yes. Wow. Lil Cuddy Bank.
Wow. Okay. 5:01 left here in the third quarter. Still a football game, but Highland does have a 17-point lead.
Yeah, and that's a tough blow losing Dean, because he's your burner. He can take it the distance at any time. Cramps, you're hoping that he can stretch it out. You're hoping that it's not a pull, because as he's sitting down, usually you don't sit down with a cramp. Nonetheless, 1st and 20. And they go dive. Huge run, still on his feet.
Wow. Tejeda. Man, he got about 15 of the 20 of those infraction yards back. And it's going to be 2nd and 5. What a great run. North High just keeps coming at you. They need to get in the end zone on this drive.
Absolutely. Tough football team, though. They're not going to lay down on you no matter how much they're down. 2nd and about 4 for the North Stars heading to the coast.
Ruval Cobble runs in the orders. Andrew Clayton, one of the backs back there, on a 2nd and 5. Ruval Cobble on a keeper. Ran into one of his own linemen. They got shoved back into him, and Gary Harris got knocked back into him. And
that was Stewart, reason why.
And now Ruval Cobble's down.
Oh, and he's cramping. Or is it an ankle?
Yeah, I don't know. He's not even trying to get up.
You
so
know,
now
you hate
Coach
to see
Norm
these
Brown's
things.
looking down the sidelines thinking, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do? What we will do is take a timeout and see what happens after this. 3:39 to go here in the third quarter, and another QB has gone down for North High School. Back.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Well, Ruval Cobble goes down now, and so who's quarterbacking? The young man that went down about 2 plays ago, Brian Dean. And Norm Brown, the head coach of North High School Stars, was giving his team a real big motivational push during that injury timeout. And I'm paraphrasing, but he's basically saying, look, you guys are sacrificing yourself, and we appreciate it. Now Dean's going to try to get free, and he gets thrown down about the 40-yard line. Let's not forget, he was just down a few minutes ago with cramps, could barely walk off the field.
And VP, I'm giggling because just like you said, Dean isn't looking to launch the ball 60 yards in the air. He took a nice drop step that looked like an official quarterback, and right away he turned into Randall Cunningham.
Yeah, right. that you're exactly right, man. That was a very quick one step, drop back. But here's a 4th and 5. Huge play from the 40-yard line. Dean's going to throw, or is he? And he's thrown down, and a big sack right there by Brandon Gathright.
Wow.
Gathwright's been a force all night, and I think they knew he wasn't going to throw, so they just went after him. So really tough luck for the North High School Stars. They had an interception, and really were starting to do some good stuff, and now they've gone into some costly injuries. And now, oh goodness, we see Alex Tejeda, their talented running back, linebacker, now he's down over here. Goodness.
Everybody's cramping. It goes back to what we talked about.
Yep.
That weather change, and I remember it vividly. You think it's cooling down. Everybody's feeling good. Practice is easier because it's not 110 degrees.
Oh, they only have 9 guys on the field. North High School has 9 guys only on the field right now, and they've got to burn a timeout. They've got so many guys down. Tejada's over here. He's down.
Yeah, and Coach Brown's not enjoying it. But ultimately, you know, it was a well-played first half for the North High Stars. You come out, you have a couple of injuries. It changes the complexion of the game. Football is a game of injuries, attrition. You know, they say the best ability is availability.
I like that, Kenny. That's the voice of Kenny Calvin. I'm Vance Palm, Kevin Willie here. 2:34 remaining in this third quarter. pretty nice even groove in the first half. Some really nice offense and defense, big scores, moving along nicely. This third quarter has been a little more discombobulated, disjointed, if you will. And it's to the point where some of the vital key players for the North High School Stars are down. I will tell you this, spoke with the officials, Kenny, at half, and there was only one ejection, and it was Vidal from Highland. So Ocampo still in the game. 1st and 10.
And we talked about the balance of the Highland Scots offense. You're definitely going to continue to see that with this 17-point lead and inching towards the fourth quarter. But when you got an arm like Cleveland, you're definitely going to take the shot if they present the opportunity as well.
And Kenny, you know what else you're going to see? Another new running back, Dizzy Brown, number 21.
Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Did he just wiggle him? Touchdown, Muhammad.
Oh, Shazam.
Wow.
Muhammad. Every time he catches it, it's a touchdown. Any flags anywhere?
VP, I gotta take them back. They go with the quick 3-step drop hitch. Mano y mano. Nothing fancy. But it's about taking proper angles. He's eating up angles of every DB that is put on him.
Rough numbers, 5 catches, 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. So,
what size T-shirt do you wear, young man?
Oh, Ken Calvin just taking it out of the hands of Kevin and I. Not like we were going to argue that. And the kick is good. We'll stay here with 1:55 remaining. One shake and he was gone, and we were going to talk about Dizzy Brown, another new running back, but no time because Shabazz Muhammad.
Man.
And I'm just running down rough numbers. Let's just call it even at 5 catches, 200 yards, 4 TDs. So you're looking at some serious numbers here.
Oh, yeah. I mean, great quarterback play, but when you're throwing a 4-yard hitch and he's making guys miss,
and
you're
going
throwing
38 yards.
Yeah, I mean, that's just fantastic athletic ability. And he's getting a hand on that DB every time, like you said, with that stiff arm earlier. I can't wait to watch this game back.
Same thing you and I always do when we see these great plays and we look down and see it's a senior. Will he be a renegade? Will he be a renegade?
Yes. Hey, I was thinking that about 2 minutes ago.
Okay. This is starting to stretch out here on the scoreboard. If you're great one-hopper, great baseball play, but very quickly down goes the smart Gavin Short. It's like, you know what? We got 5 guys down on the sidelines right now. I need to stay in this game. Tejeda is not coming back in. He's down. The quarterback, Least, is down. Ruvalcaba down.
Wow. Yeah, North is a tough team. These guys have played their hearts out. Hopefully they can get something going just to get that pride back, because there's still a lot of football left to be played with 1:52 remaining in the third quarter.
Brian Dean behind center. Flag on the play. Movement. There was movement. Your offensive line from North High School, they put in such a fabulous football game, but they've also been out there a long time. That O-line has been out there working for a while now.
That's one thing that hasn't let up for these North High Stars. That offensive line is continuing to move people around. Unfortunate event on that penalty. We're bringing up 1st and 15.
Brian Dean behind center. And they tried to make it happen with a jersey we don't have. And Ruvalcaba comes back in. So Alex Ruvalcaba back in.
I wonder if he's related to former Renegade baseball player Hector Ruvalcaba.
5'10", 155-pound junior free safety, punt returner.
He's a tough kid, too. Way to get back out there, young man. Second and about 16.
Tejeda's down. Roosevelt Cummings still down. Dean Ruvalcaba tosses one out over here.
Oh, in that pursuit for Highland.
Might be an inadvertent face mask or a real one.
Just what the doctor ordered for the Stars.
So we don't have a number 15, everybody, on our roster anyway. So we can't give credit to the receiver yet.
And number 15, if I'm not mistaken, is the son of my friend Lorena Gonzalez, and I've sponsored that kid in my Kids in Cleats program.
Did he announce Gonzalez on the catch?
Yep,
okay.
Gonzalez.
Very good.
There it is. See, I pulled that out.
Let me make a note here, Kenneth Calvin.
So the young man Gonzalez was one of our early recipients for the Kids in Cleats campaign, but me and his mom were drillers.
Love it.
Love seeing these kids out here getting in.
Kevin Willie on camera tonight. Kenny Calvin, myself, enjoying it. Here comes Gonzalez. He tries to spin and get out of it. And he is held up at about the 36-yard line. It's going to be third and about 6.
Third and about 5.
Yeah, that's what they're saying now. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6.
Great job by the young man Gonzalez getting the opportunity with some of the other guys so banged up. Oh, and he still has on those cleats.
Dean hops around in the backfield. Ruvalcaba takes a quick look over here. Nobody on the North High School sidelines really giving him any signals. He's looking over here, and they'll say, we'll let the quarter run out. And they do. 45-21, end of 3. When we come back, can North High muster something up here? Highland's taking care of business, up by a big number, 45-21. Back right after this on Kern High Network.
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home, Kern Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you, so what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's summer sell down at Motor City GMC. The all-new GMC Sierra 4-door is under $30,000. We are professional grade and we're California's largest GMC dealer. Go to MotorCityGMC.com.
Kern Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Kern Schools is always a tap away. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Start of the fourth quarter. I'm Vance Palm, Kenny Calvin next to me on my right, Kevin Willie on my left. 3rd and 6, ball at their own 37-yard line. Ruvalcaba drops back, fires out to the far side. It's caught, but that great Highland defense all over it. Not going to happen, and some very, very quick DBs out there.
And Highland's defense has been flying around all night, VP.
The quickest of them, of all people, Shabazz Muhammad.
Oh, my goodness.
Makes a great tackle. And now deep for the Highland Scotsman, it never stops. Salas.
Best hands on the field tonight has been Salas. This kid has some snatchability. See what he can do with this punt return. They've been kicking away from him.
Boom.
Ooh, boomer. Oh, and he shanks that one.
Okay, so now Highland.
Oh, he got some love.
With 11:03 left to go in this fourth quarter and a 24-point lead. You're thinking Michael Gutierrez might just try to grind this clock down. You never know.
Well, judging from the amount of time on the clock, spread offenses usually don't take their foot off the pedal until it's about under 6 minutes. So I wouldn't be surprised to see them still trying to take the top off, because you don't want to start playing around when you still have a full quarter left of football. Pedal to the metal.
Cleveland's had a great night tonight. 6 touchdowns.
North is in the 50 front now. They still can't stop the run.
Dizzy Brown.
Wow.
Kevin, as we were talking jazz throughout the evening tonight,
I enjoyed that.
we get Dizzy. Hey, Dizzy Gillespie, night in Tunisia at the Royal Albert Hall in London.
And Clifford Brown.
Wow.
Yeah, you got Clifford and Dizzy tonight.
I'm getting the music education from my broadcast team every week.
Boop and boop up, up and boop up. Dizzy Gillespie, night in Tunisia with Claudio Roditi. That was in Royal Albert Hall in London. What a show.
Wow. Oh.
Salas, another big first down on a 2nd and 2, gets about 12.
I got to meet Dizzy when he was here playing to BC.
Wow. Amazing.
Sit with him and sign some autographs.
Oh.
Hey, aren't you the great Kevin Willie? Is that what he said?
No, but he did use my pen.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, guys, I got to tell you, I was on stage as a 10-year-old, but sitting and listening to the nostalgia and history of you guys, I could sit and listen to you all night.
Under 10 to go here. They want to throw, and it's to Salas, so they stay in the air, and Salas picks up the first down about the 32-yard line. So, and again, Tejeda banged up and is going to come off the field, we think.
VP.
Yeah.
Out of all the targets Salas has received, no drops tonight.
Yeah, he hasn't dropped a pass.
Not one.
Tejeda off again. Dizzy Brown. Cleveland throws.
Oh! Salas.
Touchdown.
Right on cue. The man with the best hands in the building. And just like we talked about, VP, it's too much time left to start read option diving it. You still got to keep the pedal to the metal, and that's exactly what Highland does. And they're up 30.
So it has become the Highland Scotsman show. A.J. Cleveland now with 7 touchdown passes. And,
wow.
And Kenny's already trying to give the shirt to Shabazz.
Wow. We might have to get 2 shirts.
I like that. Here's Robles on for a PAT.
Wow.
It's up and it's through. Highland has done pretty much everything spot on tonight.
VP, what's the record for passing touchdowns in a single football game? Because we're getting close.
With all this time left.
Yes, you got 9 minutes to play. You got a North High team that can't move the football right now. It's going to be back in Cleveland's hands, and he doesn't look pressed at all. He's getting every throw he wants. He's throwing quick slants. He's throwing fades. That fade was a 40-yard bomb on the money. And his dad, Antoine, the West High Viking Cleveland, was not lying.
52-21 with 9:14 remaining here in the fourth quarter. A ton of football left.
All right, everybody, stand for the kickoff.
And for the first half, this was a very tight football game.
This was a 28-21 game with 1.5 minutes left in the first half.
38 seconds left.
Yes.
And then it turned into a 10-pointer. And we've got more offsides from the far side, Judge.
Yes, you're right, VP. So 38 seconds left. It goes from a 7-point game to a 10-point game.
And they've never looked back.
Wow. I'd like to be a fly on the wall in the Highland locker room at the half to see what was poured in that Gatorade.
Offsides on the Highland kickoff team. They'll do it again.
But, I mean, unfortunate events for the North Stars. We don't want to kick them while they're down. They have some tremendous injuries. You got your leading yardage getter in Titus going out. Of course, that's going to cause some damage.
Oh, gosh. Now this kick goes out of bounds, so they've had to move it back 5 yards, offsides. Now it goes out of bounds. Robles shaking his head. One of the few miscues that we've seen tonight.
Well, they just want to give us time to talk. Let's go ahead and back them up again.
Our other game tonight here on the Current High Network is Foothill at South. Johnny Soper, Rick Van Horn on the call, Julian Wilson handing the camera. And these games now, as we're in league each weekend, starts to become more and more significant. As Greg Kerr was telling me at halftime, and I told everybody this, a lot of close games tonight. This one's starting to become unclose.
Yeah, buddy. But, hey, both sides of the football, we see some amazing plays. I can't wait to see some playbacks and replays on Current High Network.
So Rubalcaba is back in. A quick pitch to Dean.
Oh,
Dean gets pulled
nice
down
tackle.
about the 2-yard line. Nice tackle out there by Roundtree. Is that Roundtree or is that, no, that's Dizzy Brown. Dizzy Brown on the tackle.
Brown.
So the Scotsman starting to get some new jerseys out there. We see Deshaun Hodge, a senior. And we know he's not 5'6". They have Deshaun Hodge as 5'6", 135. I'm going to say no. How about 6'2", 225?
Be nice to see North High at least try to move the chains. Gonzalez on the carry.
About 2 or 3 tough yards there. Maybe 4. Up to the 47-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for North.
North High School, great coaching staff helping out Norm Brown, Xavier Foreman, Chris Lucas, Paul Bobbitt, Yehad Lawrence, Brian Hoseman, David Chavez, Brady Garner, Larry Whitby. Norm Brown is the head coach, and they've got a great youth football program up here on Saturdays. There's a nice, good, strong run right there.
Nice job.
Good power run out there. Andrew Clayton picks up the first down.
And that's what I talked about.
Right.
That's what I talked about. Got to move the chains, do something to give you hope for next week. Though this is out of reach, you still want to do things to improve your confidence going into leading weeks. Every snap is practice now. 1st and 10 for the Stars, heading east.
7.5 remain. Rubalcaba has some new numbers out there to deal with. Tyler Ward, he switches sides with Hunter. Dean with the quick pitch.
Starts outside, has to cut it up.
And
Well played by Highland that time to stop him from going outside.
And that's Stewart on the stop.
Is that really nice tackle out there? You're right, Kyle Stewart, you're right.
And Dean is coming off again.
He's tried to come off, but he just said, I'm going to do a quick little stretch here. And one of the big fellas comes back on, Wyatt Birch, sophomore, 6'5", 285.
Man, what is in this milk?
Wyatt Birch, a big sophomore running out there.
The Scots defense has flown around. Their pursuit has been amazing. Can't really single out one player who's been overwhelming on that side of the football. It's been a total team effort.
Cook in motion and the handoff to Brian Dean.
How about Dean? Look at the effort. Look at the effort. And
gotta love it.
Goes out about the 23, 24-yard line.
He's giving it all he got, too,
Sure
BP.
is, man.
You can
Sure
tell
is.
he's hurting. And that's what I talked about the character and attitude of your players when you're down. You know, in some of your lowest moments, you find out who you are, and that's what's happening with North High.
No question.
They're still fighting.
Not just in competition or in athletics.
Absolutely.
Tomorrow night, Renegades at Orange Coast College, Costa Mesa.
It's going to be a beautiful view.
Get the Renegades.
It's my favorite football field in the state.
Beautiful. Nice. Nice blocking.
Tejada back in to about the 16-yard line. Every play these guys run, they hop up and they're just kind of stretching their legs real quick and stepping gingerly. Kevin mentioned a great stadium, great campus. And the Renegades will play tomorrow night, and then they have a bye week, and then they get into conference play.
Ooh, so bye week, I get to go down there and rub shoulders with
I do
Chris
have to
Brown
qualify
crowd.
that. BC is my favorite stadium.
Yeah, you know what?
That's my second favorite.
Okay, there you go, there you go.
Sure, Kevin. Look, you're on the record now, buddy.
Oh, you got him.
Rubalcaba has the big fella. Oh, he underthrows him. Look at the big guy. He's telling him to throw it up there and let me just go after it. Hunter said, just toss it up there. I'll beat those guys up. He's a big dude. Hunter, 6', 220, telling Rubalcaba, you get it up there and I'll make sure those guys don't bother me. But he was on the run, Rubalcaba.
He was on the run, and he didn't set his feet at all. He kind of just trotted and gave it a little fling. You got to step into that throw to get it to the corner. 3rd and about 4 for the Stars with their best field position in about 30 minutes.
You're right, Kenny. Under 5 to go here in this football game. 52-21, 31-point lead. Nice job by Rubalcaba. Just jams his way up to a first down, and they get it.
That offensive line, even though they're going to go home tonight defeated, has been very impressive for the North High Stars.
And the officials have done a really nice job tonight. Got a little feisty earlier in the evening, and they called a really good football game here. And it was close for a whole half, and it just hate to go back to it, but at the end of that first half, it just started to slip away from North, and they came out of the locker room late, got penalized for it, and as Rubalcaba comes back and he dishes one off. Hey, love it. Look at this. And that's a great play by Clayton. Really nice pass by Rubalcaba. And North High School now knocking on the door. It's going to be 1st and goal. Oh, no, they called it down just a hair earlier. So 2nd and 1. So they get a chance to get another first down. Boy, I thought he was down closer to the goal line.
Well, yes, I did. And one thing I know about my North High Star Renegade teammates that I had, the Joey Mayos, the Danny Henrys, those guys don't give up. It doesn't matter how much time is on the clock. They're going to continue to fight. And it's good to see North High come back with a substantial drive.
And Ocampo is going to score. Touchdown, Ocampo. So Ocampo, who we had errantly mentioned had been ejected, was not. And now the senior captain, Javier Ocampo, gets on the board. Touchdown, North High.
Great job. Just fighting, having some integrity, holding yourself accountable as a team, and doing what you can do to bring some smiles to the people who came out to support you. Great job, Stars. 52-27 with 3:39 to play. Vast Palm, Kenny Calvin, and Kevin Willie. I can't finish this game without giving a shout out to one of my former peers as a coach, Coach Jack O'Brien. He was a North High coach as the kick is up. And then the kick is good, but we had some battles, man. I used to give Coach some headaches, and then I ended up having to sit in the office with him for 5 years in a row calling defenses.
We'll see him tomorrow night. One of my favorite One of my favorite Jack O'Brien stories was about 5 years ago, maybe. I don't know. We're down at Citrus, that old, beautiful campus, and that big, high ceilings. And one of the staff members from the Citrus athletics department was treating the programs as if they had come from Fort Knox, and that they were worth, hundreds of millions of dollars, and there was one in there, and Coach O'Brien was looking at it, and the kid from Citrus wanted to have it, and Coach wouldn't give it to him. Oh, funny moments, and I just wanted to go to the young kid and say, young man, I'm not quite sure you realize you bit off maybe a little bit more than you can chew for one program. Trust me on this.
Yes.
That was great, man.
And speaking of tradition, every week, like clockwork, first person in the booth, Coach Jack O'Brien.
Always. It's the love of the sport. It's the love of the commitment to the student athletes. These coaches do it. Their families, wives, kids, parents have to hang in there with them all year long. Wins, losses, and they rarely remember the wins. So thanks to all the family members of all our coaches here in Kern County and the officials, everybody that just put on these sporting events, whether it's fall sports, winter sports, spring sports. What a lot of dedication and commitment to these student athletes. Here's an onside. Oh, nice. Really good hands. Excellent job, actually.
Nice recovery.
Boy, some nice hands out there by Jalen Hudgens. Hudgens has had a really nice football game.
Absolutely.
But with 3:38 and the Scots up 24, you would think they were going to just kind of wind it down, but we've been shown already, nope.
Well, I doubt if you're going to see them trying to stretch it out too much.
You never know, Kenny.
You never know, especially if that record is close.
If you're Coach Gutierrez, you're thinking, hey, we've got 4 more games.
Yeah, might as well. You can practice some execution. And when you got Muhammad out there, I'll throw that fade again with that one-on-one matchup, but you see that safety helping.
They hand it to Dizzy Brown. Dizzy Brown gets out, cuts back upfield, and gets 7 or 8 yards. So, I mean, every play is massive positive yardage for Highland right now.
Absolutely, and if they're going to load up the box, expect play action like you stated. And they're still going up tempo as well.
Well, it's going to be Walt Trevon Lenoir on Shabazz Muhammad. There's 2 big names. How's that?
Yeah, but they're giving him help right now.
Who?
That safety. You got the free safety over the top.
But there's 3 down here.
Yeah.
And Gutierrez in that slot. He's got a touchdown pass. Gutierrez. They hand it to Dizzy Brown. And Dizzy does what he does. Wow, flag on the play. That's going to be a holding. I saw it from here. That'll be a hold, and it'll come back.
It's going to be on Muhammad.
So that's maybe one of my all-time great announcements right there. Walt Trevon Lenoir guarding Shabazz Muhammad. That's not bad for Kern County football. Hold is going to be on Muhammad. Kenny, would you like to start the proceedings for the Kern High Network player of the game? At least the discussion points. Let's start with the quarterback, A.J. Cleveland.
Well, everything that was advertised, 12 of 16, 220, and 3 touchdowns in the first half is a phenomenal game stat.
Right.
You know, but a lot of pride in that Cleveland family, you know, a lineage of athletes. And seeing him do what his family expected is something I expect out of him. So, you know, fantastic job. But ultimately, great job by the offensive line of Highland, because we talked about them running the football more than we expected as well. You know, but Shabazz Muhammad, man, let's not forget he had a touchdown call back as well.
Nick Salas
didn't drop a ball, caught everything thrown his way. Possession receiver, which is so important when you have a quarterback that can throw darts, but ends up taking the top off the roof with the 40-yard seam route that he catches flawlessly as well.
Now that we're under 2 minutes, I'll go ahead and lob it up. Shabazz Muhammad.
With that being said, ultimately, I will be remiss in trying to give my vote to anybody else after seeing Shabazz and his effort after the catch.
Right. It's the yak yards that really tell the story of what Shabazz has done tonight. Yes. He's had some great passes thrown to him, but he's had some guys miss horribly and then just put the afterburners on.
Yes, and he's put some gear. He's shifted into fourth gear on guys when I thought he didn't have another gear left.
Kevin Willie.
I can't argue with any of that.
I will third it. Shabazz Muhammad, our Kern High Network player of the game, as the handoff goes to Dizzy Brown. Dizzy's not done either. Dizzy's probably saying, guys, if I'd have been here the whole game, you'd be talking about me.
Yeah, and we would too.
But also, just a great job overall by this football team. Roundtree's come in, and now he comes back in to make some noise. But our Kern High Network player of the game tonight, 5 catches, 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. It will be Shabazz Muhammad. Kenny, thank you. I know you can start making your way down there. I love you, buddy. And
love you too, big
you
bro.
and I will be doing it tomorrow night down at Orange Coast College. Renegades taking on Costa Mesa Community College. And there's the knee that goes down. Kenny's going to make his way down and hand that award out to Shabazz Muhammad. On behalf of Kenny Calvin, Kevin Willie, I'm Vance Palm. 52-28. Really, really good football game. But Highland really started to show what they're all about. And I'll tell you this, that's a football team that we're going to hear a lot about here in the postseason. Great football game. 5 seconds left on the clock, so we'll stay here for one more second. Thank you again to Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the Kern High Network, Motor City, and Bakersfield College. Have a great weekend.